I think that we are same thing that's been happening, which is that until we know it, whatever it is, people get too nervous, and there tends to be a sell into this kind of strength. And I don't blame them, because what do you buy on this? I mean, Costin put out from Goldman Sachs, put out a fabulous piece about the amount of exposure that people have to the dollar. And really very limited groups of stocks that you can buy without dollar risk. So you have dollar risk. You have the Fed maybe saying, you know what, we'll do 3 quarters, and we don't know if we're going to wait till September. That would just be devastating. But if you just kind of, and then we have this, like what I recall as meet and fear. The companies that I expect to meet, let's say Meta, okay? I fear a major earnings cut forecast, and that means that in those situations, with the exception of Micron, and Micron was really an outlier now, the stocks go down on it. Look, the journal said a lot of conventional wisdom. What I really want to say is that I went over last week's earnings. American Express reported a quarter is really worth talking about, because the consumer is spending so much more than they did pre-COVID. It is tough to believe that the consumer can be part of this downgrade, really part of the recession. Yeah,
you didn't get a chance to talk about it on Friday, although you also missed a chance to talk about some Snap, right? And you saw the double downgrade this morning.
What's interesting about Snap, there were 13 downgrades on Friday, another couple. What's interesting about Snap is how wrong everybody was. I also think that there's a desire to conflate Snap with Meta and with Alphabet. Alphabet has a lot of direct ads. They have a lot of ads that are related to the closest Mexican restaurant near me. Snap, I think, is just, we've discovered, and the analysts didn't. I still think the analysts are wrong. The audience is bad, and the ROI is, the return on investment is horrible. And that's what these guys keep missing. It's almost as these analysts don't run a business. Because if you knew and you ran a business, you wouldn't place any ads with Snap. They just don't have a good ROI.
Yeah. Like Morgan Stanley today, double downgrade to underweight, target of 8. The business is less developed, more branded, and experimental dependent than we previously thought.
What the hell? I mean, how did everybody not realize this? If they had any company and they talked to who advertises, you would understand that the advertising is really pulled back. And remember, I think the hidden decline is crypto ads, because crypto is this disease that hit Robinhood, hit Snap. I mean, remember, they got all this money, and then they went through it all. I think crypto is an undercurrent, is an Achilles heel of a lot of companies.
Right.
Not just the actual Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, but the advertising dollars they had, and they used them badly. And I think that what we're going to find out is that the real stupid advertisers were on Snap, and they ran out of money.
Well, that said, even Disney today, Jim, Wells goes to 130. They were at 153 on either DTC bringing in some numbers on Disney Plus, and the idea that ads go into some kind of recessionary environment.
I don't know. I mean, that was a reset piece. My Chadwick Trust owns it. It did say that, it's fallen off the stock wagon. It was a very negative piece within the context of a buy. But then I immediately been trying to figure out how much Disney Plus benefits from having R movies, and whether that's just grasping for straws.
Or the R-rated, the Deadpool.
The R-rated, you get Deadpool, and you can maybe someone watches that 100 times, and therefore takes the service. I continue to think that Disney is an incredibly undervalued company, undervalued stock. I think that there's this idea that Chapek is not up to snuff. I disagree with that. He's run theme parks well, but I feel like I'm an outlier.
Well, one idea that Wells has, and they're pretty confident, is that ESPN Plus eventually goes to full a la carte after the price hike the other day.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think that if you can take a bundle, it's great. Look, I think there's a lot of stuff. I'm going to talk about Apple, but there's 55 million people who play fantasy. And boy, do you ever need ESPN Plus to bet fantasy. It is impossible to bet without Schefter. Adam Schefter is ESPN Plus. He should stop putting all the stuff on Twitter. We don't need it on Twitter.
Yeah.
But Schefter is one of the guys who you just basically, you can't draft without him. And they really understand. Whoever's understood, maybe it's, there's a couple people who are really good. Seth Markman. I don't know who's really crushing it at ESPN, but I would never put my lineup without ESPN.
Right.
And 55 million people.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.